Hi, second grade. Today for reading, we will be using your Journeys hardcover textbook. Remember, you cannot write in this book. So go ahead and take it out if you don't have it out already. And please turn to page 102. 102. And before we read our story, let's quickly go over some of the words that we're going to see that might be unfamiliar. So first we have insects. Ants, flies, and bees are all insects. They all have 6 legs. Dangerous. Be careful. A bee sting can be dangerous. It makes some people sick. Scare. Cockroaches will run away if you scare them. They frighten easily. Sticky. A spider web is sticky. Bugs get caught and they can't fly away. Rotten. A housefly eats rotten or spoiled food. Screaming. If you see a wasp, walk away quietly. Don't run away screaming. Breeze. A ladybug came in when a breeze blew open the window curtains. Judge. Look carefully before you judge or decide what this picture shows. So these are all words, and the sentences are examples of how they might be used in our story. So judging by this, deciding, you can tell that our story will have to do with bugs. So let's see. Today we will be reading Diary of a Spider, written by Doreen Cronin and pictures by Harry Bliss. If we look over on the side on page 106, we can see that it has the genre, the type of story. Humorous fiction is a story that is written to make the reader laugh. As you read, look for characters who do or say funny things, events that would not happen in real life. So from this word fiction, we know that this story is not real. It's made up. From the word humorous, which has humor in it, we know that we are supposed to laugh. It'll be funny. So the author's purpose, right away, we might be thinking maybe it's to entertain us. So let's read this story. And as we're reading, look for cause and effect. There's many different cause and effects examples in this, so be on the lookout. March 1st. Today was Grandparents' Day at school, so I brought Grandpa with me. Ooh, already I saw that word so, which shows us cause and effect. He taught us 3 things. Number 1, spiders are not insects. Insects have 6 legs. Count how many legs the spiders have. They have 8. Number 2, without spiders, insects would take over the world. Number 3, butterflies taste better with a little barbecue sauce. March 16th. Grandpa says that in his day, flies and spiders did not get along. Things are different now. Do you see fly and the spider are friends? So who's talking? Who's the one that's telling us the story? Who's our narrator? That's right, it's the spider. And that's his grandpa. March 29th. Today in gym class, we learned how to catch the wind so we could travel to faraway places. See that word so? Cause and effect. They learned how to catch the wind, so jump off and kind of float. Why? So that they could travel to faraway places. When I got home, I made up flashcards so I could practice. Number 1, climb high. Number 2, release silk. Number 3, catch wind. Fly made up her own flashcard. Number 1, fly. I'm starting to see why Grandpa doesn't like her. April 1st. I went to the park with my sister today. We tried the seesaw. It didn't work. So why did the seesaw not work? Look how little they are. For it to work, whoever's on this side has to be heavy enough so that the seesaw will go down towards the ground. Cause, they don't weigh much. Effect, the seesaw wouldn't work. We tried the tire swing. It didn't work. We spun a huge sticky web on the water fountain. That worked. What's the cause and effect right here? Cause, they spun a huge sticky web. Effect, the girl got her nose stuck. April 12th. Today was safety day at school. We learned that vacuums eat spider webs and are very, very dangerous. If we hear a vacuum, we should stop, drop, and run. Stop what we were doing, drop from the web, run like crazy. April 13th. We had a vacuum drill today. I stopped what I was doing, forgot where I was going, and ran screaming from the room. We're having another drill tomorrow. Cause, they had a vacuum drill. Effect, spider ran screaming from the room. April 17th. I'm sleeping over at Worm's house tonight. I hope they don't have leaves and rotten tomatoes for dinner again. May 7th. Mom said I was getting too big for my own skin, so I molted. So this is a spider, and that's his old skin. That's just dead skin. So this is cause and effect. He was getting too big for his skin, cause, and the effect, he molted. He shed that skin. And Worm thinks that is so gross. May 8th. Today was show and tell. So I brought in my old skin. My teacher called on it to lead the Pledge of Allegiance. You there, why don't you get us started? Cause Spider brought his old skin to school. Effect, the teacher called on it to lead the Pledge of Allegiance. How silly. June 5th. Daddy Longlegs made fun of Fly because she eats with her feet. Now she won't come out of her treehouse. I'm going to find him and give him a piece of my mind. So he means he's going to go find Daddy Longlegs and stand up for Fly and say that wasn't kind. There's a lot of cause and effects on that page. June 6th, the next day. I found Daddy Longlegs. He's a lot bigger than I thought he was. I gave him a piece of my lunch instead. So Spider went to see him to stand up for Fly, but then he got nervous. So instead he offered him some of his lunch. Some cause and effects. June 7th. Fly's tree house blew away in the wind today. So did Grandpa. June 18th. I got a postcard from Grandpa today. It says, "Dear Spider, ooh la la, I landed in Paris. French bugs are delicious. Au revoir, Grandpa." And he attached a gnat leg and said, "Give it a try." June 30th. Grandpa came home today. I couldn't wait to hear about how he rode the winds all the way over the ocean. Turns out he caught a breeze to the airport and napped in first class. So, cause, Grandpa went to the airport. Effect, he traveled across the ocean. July 2nd. Fly came over to play today. She got stuck in our web, and her mom had to come get her. Grandpa laughed a little too hard. From now on, we have to play at Fly's house. Cause, Fly got stuck in the web. Effect, they have to play at Fly's house now. July 9th. Today was my birthday. Grandpa decided I was old enough to know the secret to a long, happy life. Never fall asleep in a shoe. Why is that? Why can't Spider fall asleep in a shoe? What would happen? Cause, he falls asleep in a shoe. Effect, a person puts their foot in the shoe and smashes him. July 16th. Things I scare. Number 1. Fly's mom. It wasn't his fault, Mom. Number 2. Tiny bugs. Number 3. People using water fountains at the park. July 17th. Things that scare me. Number 1. Daddy Longlegs. Number 2, vacuums. And number 3, people with big feet. What could be a cause and effect on this page? Cause, Spider sees someone with big feet walking towards him. Effect, he runs away screaming no. August 1st. I wish that people wouldn't judge all spiders based on the few spiders that bite. I know if we took the time to get to know each other, we would get along just fine. Just like me and Fly. So while Fly and Spider are different, they still are friends and they get along. The end. I hope you enjoyed reading with me, Diary of a Spider. I know that was a little fast, it's a long book, so you can always go back and play different parts of this video or reread it on your own in your Journeys book. And then when you're ready, either write on Seesaw or in a notebook, think about 3 cause and effects that happened in this story. So it has to be this story. And you can write or draw a picture or do both. It's up to you. So again, look at your book. You can rewatch the video and pause it when I mention cause and effect. And write, draw, or both 3 different cause and effects in this story. Thank you, 2nd grade.